Note that if we added up circle A and circle B here, we'd be counting this area in the circle twice. So when we add up the probability of A or B and they have an intersection, what we have to do is add circle A and then add circle B, but because this part was included in both of those, then we subtract it from the two. So the probability of A or B occurring is the sum of the two circles. However, both events occur here, so we've counted that twice. So when the two events have an intersection, we have to add the probability A plus the probability of B and subtract their intersection. This represents the intersection in green here. So we note this with this notation with the little n. That means that A and B occur. The union, or either occurring, is represented in green down here. So either A or B, or both happen. And we represent that with a U. U for union, N, or an N looking thing for intersection. The U for union means the probability of A or B occurring. So we call this the union of the events. Again, the union of the events would equal probability of A plus the probability of B, and we'd subtract that intersection, the probability that either happens, because that's included in both probability of A and B. So it gets counted twice, so we subtract it once to find the probability of either happening if they have an intersection. And that leads us to here. G here is the same way of saying the general addition rule for two events. So that's probability of A or B occurring. We add up probability of the first event plus the second and subtract their intersection. If they're independent, then their intersection will just be found by multiplying the two. So if one happens 10% of the time, the other happens 50% of the time, this value would be 0.05. 0.1 times 0.5 or 0.05. Alright, in honor of our World Series champion Giants, here is a question about probability and the Giants. So throughout the course of his World Series games, that's 3 World Series, 2010, 2012, and 2014 that we just won, Pablo Sandoval has 20 hits and 47 at-bats, giving him a batting average of .426 or .426. So that is like a simulation of his the probability of him getting a hit. If he were to appear in 3 more World Series and have an additional 47 at-bats, does this mean that he would have exactly 20 hits? Why or why not? Please pause now and answer the free response question after you've gone over the summary for 5.1 and 5.2 and looked over vocab and examples.